Hello everyone and welcome back. This is Steve Fletch, co-host of Dead Air Radio. Today we're going to do a video on the 10 best independent skate videos. For those of you that don't know, an independent skate video would be a video without the full backing of a major brand, where it's usually a filmer with random people. Could be like a local scene video, which is like, skaters from an area. Could be just hand-picked skaters or people who are friends from whatever else, or sometimes even a filmer who's working on a project ends up with extra footage and then they'll compile a video from that. So this is going to showcase at least what I think are 10 of the best ones. Definitely, I'm sure a couple I'm going to leave off the list. Leave those in the comment section if you have any ideas of any other ones. But yeah, we'll get started on this one. Should be fun. Alright, to get this started, number 10 is LA County by Post Pro Digital Media and Lost Dog Films from the year 2000. Alright, so this one, I wasn't really sure if it was going to make the list or not. I'm kind of watching over it again. I was like, you know what, it kind of has to. There's lots of USC footage in here. It's all California. 99.999%. I'm even gonna say by 100%. It's all California, LA County. We have the USC footage, so there's always top pros coming in and out of those spots. Like USC with the curved ledges, and I guess Lockwood footage in here. Tons of schools. But cool part about this video was there was little bits and pieces of basically anybody you'd want to see at the time. So you have your Menace dudes in here, your World dudes in here, there's Girl and Chocolate dudes in here. Also, so you have a Paulo Diaz part, which I think he was kind of out there by then, so I appreciate it more now than I did him running around with those little handlebars on his head. But it's sick now to watch it. You got that. You got then there's the Spaniards. So you have Jesus Fernandez, Daniel Lebron, and there's Alfonso Fernandez, which was Jesus's brother. And they kind of stole the show, we'll say. There's an Enrique part that ends the video, but the best thing about this video is the Chris Franzen part, because that dude was always like a huge enigma. Being that I'm not from California and wasn't out there, but you would hear about things this dude did, and it's pretty sick to actually see a part of this dude who was like, I don't know, on paper, like the best skateboarder in the universe. He gets on World Flow, like, and it was pretty crazy. And I guess he ended up full on Shaolin, which was out of World for like 2 months. But it was sick to actually see all this footage you'd kind of heard about. So it's definitely because of that part. And you might watch it and say like, that part's kind of sketchy or whatever, but just because of the mystery around this dude, and then finally having a part, definitely puts this on the list at number 10. One downfall, bad thing, is the crooked filmer. And not like the company crooked, but everything is tilted sideways. It's kind of a pain in the ass to watch, but I guess everybody has their own style of doing things. But yeah, coming in at number 10 is LA County from the year 2000 by Post Pro Digital Media and Lost Dog Films. Alright, coming in at number 9 is Lurkers 2 by Joe Gallagher and Sam Sulganic from 2005. This one, I probably should put this one higher up for the amount of times I've watched it, but this is, I'll go on record as saying this is the best New York City scene video ever. Yeah, it's amazing. It's all like, city spots, city skating. Charles Lamb, I'll go on record saying the best skateboarder in the universe. And if you don't see it in person, I don't know if anybody would even understand it, but you see him in person and he was the best skater ever. So yeah, even he's got a full part. He ends the video. You got him, you got Lurker Lou, you got Ian Reed, who is a personality and a half. There's these montages throughout the video where it was like people even could have had parts. Aaron Shot, I don't know if I said that right, but like the best skateboarder nobody's ever heard of. Amazing, and I wish he had a part in it. There's Billy Rohan footage in there. There's tons of footage. It's really Zeb Wiseman, Eli Reed stuff in here. And Eli Reed before he was like a dancer. So sick. It's just a great video. So it's on YouTube. Have to go watch it if you haven't seen it. Again, this is almost 20 years old. Man, it's a good one. So go watch it if you haven't seen it, or even if you have, go watch it again. But yeah, coming in number 9 is Lurkers 2 from 2005. Number 8 on the list is Listen by Tim Dowling from 1998. So this one too, really cool videos, and there's no music. It's just skate sounds, hence the name, I guess, Listen to the people skating. Really cool video. Lots of people from big brands. There was a lot of people that I've never heard of, but there's a lot of people you'd want to see. A lot of flow guys having parts. Chris Roberts' first part that I remember seeing was in here. It ends with a Robbie McKinley part, which was really sick. There's like a mini Girl Chocolate section in there. There's sad footage. There is footage of tons of people. You know, I guess it would be higher up unless there's some weird things, like some dude, Chris Swanson, has a part. Like, he's good, but whatever. A lot of 151 dudes. Eric Dressen has footage in it, which was actually kind of cool to see, because that dude, I remember as like a kid, was, you know, pro. But it was actually pretty crazy, like, you know, so he's like old and like getting down in this. Super solid video. If there wasn't so many other in-between weird parts in this video, like, definitely could have been higher up. Watch this Guy Mariano footage. Like, who has Guy Mariano footage? He didn't even have footage in girl videos, and like, here it is in like an independent video. He has footage, so you know, definitely a good watch, a hidden one. Not overly long either, you know, but definitely, I guess, something in there for everybody, especially you know, around this time period, the late 90s. This was definitely one for the collection. So coming in at number 8 is Listen by Tim Dowling from 1998. Video number 7, Green Apple Modern Love by Ryan McGuigan, I think, from 2005. So Green Apple, I guess that was like it's like a homie group. They'd make their homie videos throughout the years. This is the, I want to say, third to last one. There's this one, there's Supper's Ready, and then there was I think it was Video X or something. I'm pretty sure it ended after that. Supper's Ready could have been here instead of this one, but I don't know. By me having this one first, I guess it holds up more to me, means more to me. But if we want to get back into Supper's Ready, that video kind of laid the framework for a lot of videos now with their editing and whatnot. It's a really cool, unique style at the time. This one too, but not as much. But this video does start off with a Mike McDermott part. If you haven't heard of him, he was on Habitat International. He had a board, I guess, available in Canada. Super sick skater. Seemed a little eccentric. He had a bunt episode, and he was talking about like trying out for stereo, and it's funny if you ever go and listen to that one. Yeah, the dude seems wired, like he's like 100 cups coffee in, but funny story. There's a bunch of people you've never heard of, but I guess the other standout parts in this, besides there's like some Friends footage or whatever in the montage. That's sick. There's Russ Milligan footage, some other people. And then there's this dude Rod Ferens who looks like he like beats people up. And so I was pretty amazed, like, oh, this dude can skate, and he doesn't look like somebody who like skate. And then the last part, which is the part most people would know this video for, is Travis Stenger's part, and it's insanely amazing. If you haven't seen it, this is like the part from one of the best skateboarders. It's pretty crazy. Like, he never really seemed to do much. Like, never officially like got on the States or anything. Looked like he was on like, I guess, Krail Tap Canada or whatever. But too bad he wasn't full. He was amazing. There's just stuff in this part that's mind-blowing. So if you get a chance to find this one, it's a hard one to find. Definitely look for it. That's number 7, Green Apple Modern Love by Ryan McGuigan in 2005. All right, number 6, Last of the Mohicans by Joe Perrin, 2007. This is a weird time in skating. I think it was getting kind of a little kooky-ish. Just the times were changing. There was money in skating. You're having, more corporate sponsors involved, blah, blah, blah. So this video was a nice breath of fresh air. Lots of people that at the time I'd want to see that were in the video. Starts off with John Newport. He was on Pop War. Really good hammer skater, I want to say. He did more than that, but like he always was doing stunts and whatnot. But it was good. Like, it was enjoyable. Not like Ben Gilly or anything, There's a Jimmy Lannon part. There's let's see, Dave Cato has a part. There's friend sections. There's tons of parts. Fred Gall has footage. Ends with a Josh Dowd part that's really good. I guess he was one of the more lesser known dudes in the video. But to top it off, the coolest part of this video was the Ross Norman part. Because he was like the unheard of, legend. Like, oh, there's this dude, Ross Norman, and he's super sick. And then here this was, it was full part. Doesn't disappoint. Awesome tech skater. Makes this video. Along with everything else. This is a video you can watch straight through. You can watch it from the beginning straight through to the end. No problem. And it's long. It's probably 45 minutes or something. Could be even an hour. But totally watchable. Totally enjoyable. There's not one part you'd have to fast forward. At least I don't think. Which is funny, while I'm doing this, I'm watching these videos again kind of as I do it just to refresh myself. And yeah, this is taking a lot longer than I thought. But yeah, coming in at number 6, Last of the Mohicans by Joe Perrin in 2007. Alright, coming in at number 5 is Tengu, God of Mischief by Colin Reed from 2013. Alright, so this is easily going to be the best filmed video on the list. Also, probably has the strongest concepts. This is a video like no other video made before. Starts off with this amazing, it's a rooftop section, so it's only people skating on rooftops. And I remember one time, luckily I was able to meet Colin through the years, whatever. And my friend Andy and I, we were out and ran into Colin. I was like, all right, you guys want to skate or whatever, and we're following around. And to see how, this was after this came out, but I see Colin looking at this apartment, and he's like, we're going to get up there. I was like, how the hell? We're downtown Manhattan, Like, what do you mean we're going to get up there? And he's like, don't worry about it. And he waits till somebody goes to get into the apartment building. And he's like, oh, thank God, I just moved here. I don't have my key. And he's like, come on. We all go up, and he just keeps going 10 floors, whatever it is, up to the top. He goes up front, and then he's like, yeah, I knew there's a bank up here. And I remember I was like, this is so weird. We're just going to get kicked out. Like, to me, this was a totally foreign concept. But yeah, people were skating it. Like, it was pretty sick. Never experienced anything like that. Then we got kicked out and everybody just left. But it was pretty cool. So to do a whole video part of this at different rooftops, and then all the stuff that goes along with it, because he was saying too, you can't go if it's to warm out because it turns to like tar. You know, so you have to do it at the right time of year. You got to find these. Even the first part when dude Connor's I think it was a frontside flip off this little thing into a bank, the first trick, but it's like Colin's on a train and they have to like cell phone call each other like, all right, I'm coming up, get ready, I'm coming up, get ready. If you don't land it, got to get on the train, go back again. It's just insane. There's a subway section, a New York section, San Francisco section, but I mean the main takeaways from this one are, you know, the subway section too, which is the music is composed of it's music from things happening in the subways. Compiled in making it music, which is, you know, pretty insane. Like I said, the concepts in this video, what goes into the cerebral aspect of this video is mind-blowing. I could have put Spirit Quest as other video after this that he made also, but I think this one, just because of it was the start, you know, of those two videos, this one came first. I just you know, really thought this one should be on the list. So coming in at number 5 is Tengu, God of Mischief by Colin. Alright, coming in at number 4 is Static 2 by Josh Stewart, 2004. So, when this video came out, I was super excited. I was like, shit, man, this is going to be amazing. John Ige has a part. And that was kind of all I was really concerned about was this dude, John Ige, who had a part. He rode for Aesthetics, 6 skater. Amazing style. So I was just super hyped. And I was like, well, whatever else comes along with this video, that's cool. I'm alright with it, whatever. But, so, finally get the video, watch his part. Lives up to any expectations I had about it. It was better than I could have imagined it, right? And I keep watching the video, and then Bobby Pulio's part comes in. And I was kind of like, oh, I don't know, whatever, cool. And then watching it, and it just opened up my eyes to a whole different kind of skating. He's skating all these really cool spots, all these cellar doors, and ollieing into all these banks, and he's kind of like in the, you know, in the city, in these crazy looking spots, or they're in England, and he's skating all this weird stuff, and you know, it was just mind opening. Like, oh my god, there's all this other stuff out here. I skate so linear, you know, my view is so linear. There's just so much more out there. And there's also, like, you know, Pulio, I was like, oh, he's good, I guess. Like, never, you know, never disliked the dude. Was, you know, was whatever. But this just blew my mind, and I ended up watching that more than the Johnny Gay part. And then I guess honorable mention, there's also a Kenny Reed part, and nothing will ever live up to his 7-year glitch part, but this comes pretty damn close. You know, it's not a letdown at all. Really cool. There's a Paul Shire part. It's a really, really good video, really made well. Static one was okay. I think in this one, I don't think Josh Stewart spelled all the names wrong like he did in the first Static. It was like every other name was spelled wrong, and there'd be a name in the video 5 times, and they all had a different spelling. So he cut back on that for this one. Just overall, honestly, it's a memorable independent video. I mean, started up the whole thing. I mean, look what Theories is now. I mean, however you want to look at it. But yeah, that's what's coming in at number 4. Video number 3 is Spirit Quest by Colin Reed from 2016. Alright, so I lied. I said, you know, Tengu was going to make it and not this one. But yeah, this video's too good not to be on here. I think by this time Colin really refined his craft. Very interesting video. Some people might say you watch it once and then you don't want to see people turn into animals anymore. But it's pretty cool. Just to see all these transitions. There's a lot of weird double camera work, which is kind of like like a mind fuck. You watching it and it's like, what the hell just happened? You have to, go back, maybe watch it a few times to figure out what the hell's even going on, which is really cool. A lot of different concepts like that throughout the video. Anybody who has a part, they morph into animals at certain times, which is, it's pretty cool how he did all of that. Like Matt Town turning into a bat and a whole bunch of other stuff. A lot of good parts in this video. My favorite part is the Vincent Toosry part. Just that with the song, it was an awesome part. Carlos Young's in here. Like, it's so sick. You got Jesse Narvaez. You got a little bit of everything in here. There's a hidden, not hidden, but a Bobby Warris part. But lots of stuff going on. And then just even, how he goes about doing all of this stuff. Connor Cameron is in here again. And, those two work really, really well together. There's a lot of interesting stuff in that too, as far as like with the cameras moving and what they're doing. So this one's definitely coming in number 3. It's just a mind-blowing video, the last final installment of all the Mandible Claw videos, because Colin quit skating and makes Oscar-winning movies or something now. But yeah, coming in number 3 is Spirit Quest by Colin Reed from 2016. Number 2 is Jobs Never by Jim Greco, 2018. Alright, so this is almost like a little bit of my Mike Vallely insert here joke, but it's kind of not. I've watched this a bunch. Jim Greco, is odd as you may think he is, or egomaniac, whatever, weirdo, but he's a good skater. These videos are kind of cool to watch whenever he makes these things. And again, I don't know if this really should fall under an independent video or be number 2, but it's, I don't know if it's super funded it or they sponsored it. I mean, they went under, they suck, it doesn't matter. This dude's shoes are always like insanely goofy. But this one here, and you only have to watch about the first 3 minutes of it and you can shut it off, and then I guess argue with me if it just the watchability factor of it. When his back explodes, it's like it's insane. Again, it's cool though. It's cool. He's skating. There's the filming. It's really not that bad for what it is. Actually, I think it's really good. I'm gonna even say, sure, put it on number 2 here. It almost has like 1 million views, which is crazy. Some people might find this as an insult that I have this on here, but I'm gonna stick with it for the novelty factor. And for him going to the hospital with his back falling off. So at number 2 is Jobs Never, Jim Greco, 2018. Number 1 is going to be actually a real one. Alright, and finally number 1, Eastern Exposure 3, Underachievers by Dan Wolf from 1996. Alright, so I remember when this video came out. I remember I was at some dude's apartment in the city watching it, and I remember the dude who had the video was super hyped because Gino Iannucci had a trick in it. And he kind of waited until the whole thing. He was like, that was Gino's trick, which was sick. There's so much in this video, so cool. The whole thing, black and white. It's just amazing. Even Donnie Barley, like, first part, super good. Just really awesome filming. Great video. You got Tim O'Connor. I'm going out of order, but there's Reese Forbes part, Tim O'Connor part, which was like his, I guess, introduction into the skate world of like people seeing him, and it was amazing. Yeah, you had Jamal Williams part, which was short but super, super amazing. There's a New York section. So much stuff going on. So much classic stuff in this, The video also has one of the most iconic parts ever created, especially for East Coast skateboarding, which is Ricky Ola, who ends the video, which is a part just I think every skateboarder has to see. It's insane. It's so much going on. It's just cool. He skates in the streets. It's really, really amazing just how the Philly skaters at that time what they were doing and how they would do it. Nobody else was doing anything like that. Like, they were in the streets, actually in the streets, you know, and finding these spots and skating houses and whatnot. It's really amazing, just this video and how it captures a time period, all the little in between friends section things, and you know, the other parts. This video is, I think, iconic on a million levels. So again, at number 1 is Eastern Exposure 3 Underachievers by Dan Wolf from 1996. So guess I'm happy that list is over with. I might go down to 5s from now on. But I don't know. Let me know what you think. Let me know what I left out. I can't wait to hear that. Like, listen, subscribe, and you know, keep tuning in. I guess I'll keep making these things. Thanks.
Yo, this is the acapella with a hurt patella. Check it.